Hello, this is Ernest from theartofbeinghuman.com with some input on how to do the work of Byron Katie. A little trick that I like, that I've picked up from Tom Compton, is to pay attention to an underlying belief about right and wrong when you're facilitating someone. This goes if you're facilitating someone else and when you're facilitating yourself. To just keep an eye out for this sticky or stubborn part of you that can show up when you believe something is about right and wrong. For instance, if you're working on a situation where you're preparing dinner in the kitchen with your girlfriend, and you suddenly notice this belief that preparing dinner is about right and wrong. You can take a look at that as an underlying belief that might be carrying some of the other aspects you're working on. Because if you're in the kitchen preparing dinner with your girlfriend and you believe it's about right and wrong, then you will show up in a very different way than if you don't have that belief. Similarly, if as a parent, you show up in a very different way with your children if you believe that parenting is about right and wrong than if you believe it's something else, that it's not about right and wrong at all, but it's about love or support or communication or whatever might be more true for you. We can also take the example of this work we're doing here. Like if you believe that doing the work is about right and wrong, then that will affect how you do the work in many situations. And it can be very helpful to notice that belief and check out if something else might be more true for you. So what you do is, you could be facilitating someone in a process and you suddenly notice this and you can ask, is this operating in you? Do you believe in this moment that preparing dinner is about right and wrong? And if that's the case, you can go to that underlying belief and work that. Preparing dinner is about right and wrong. Is it true? Parenting is about right and wrong. Is it true? And how do you react? What happens when you believe that parenting is about right and wrong? Who would you be with your kid in this situation without the thought that it's about right and wrong? Who would you be with your girlfriend in the kitchen without the thought that preparing dinner is about right and wrong? And then when you get to the turnarounds, you can of course do, it's not about right and wrong, but it's even more interesting to do, preparing dinner is not about right and wrong, it's about, and then insert what is more true for you in that moment. So, preparing dinner is not about right and wrong, it's about nutrition, or it's about love. It's about having fun together. It's about creation. Or doing the work is not about right and wrong, it's about connecting to yourself. It's about uncovering what's more true. It's about love. It's about finding freedom. And how do you show up doing the work when you believe that doing the work is about finding freedom rather than believing that doing the work is about right and wrong? Those are very different versions of you with very different opportunities and very different repertoire. So my invitation is for you to experiment with this. If that feels true for you, you can just listen for that in your own work or in the work with someone else. And if you notice that this might be relevant, you can invite an inquiry into that question. This is about right and wrong, and see where that takes you. And as always, it might be supportive. You might find that it doesn't really work for you. But in any case, through these experiments, you'll get wiser and more fluent as you operate in the world. So, if you have any questions about this or anything else regarding the work, please reach out, send me an email, or get in touch with me by going to my website, www.theartofbeinghuman.com. Thank you.